Mayday. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Magical Serialism, your daily sonic sampling of the strange wind that blows upon our luck. Insights, reflections, and a song even I have not yet heard. We're gonna shuffle these cards like so. We're gonna draw 4 chords, and then we're gonna turn them into a song and act like it means something. Because everything does. It is Thursday, May 1st, 2025. And America's making history more than ever. Not the kind we're going to be proud of. Unless it is the kind we're going to be proud of. What country has yet stopped the rise of fascism? I don't know enough about history to say. But I can tell you this. Most of us give a damn. Let's draw. The conductor starts us off today. That's a great sign. May Day. Now I know some things about the history of May Day and the labor movement in the United States and worldwide. May Day is celebrated. I think you're supposed to take the day off and protest. I think that's what you're supposed to do on May Day. G major. Sending us nice and clean in a perfect cadence. I know it's not a 5/7, but still, to C major. The working class goes to see the mayor. Oh, the angel shows up. But the angel's got a problem. It's an internal problem. A non-root bass note. That means we're not just going to pick any note and stick it under this F major chord. We have to choose one of the notes of F major that is not the root. And F major is F, A, and C, so we need an A or a C. And it's C. What do you know? Oops. What's the next? A tow truck. Now, this was the one we didn't get in the case of the backseat driver. This would have been just any old note. And since we already have a card that affects the bass note, we are not going to let this card land. It gets thrown away since there's no such thing as F over C over something else. And what's next? Clairvoyance, F sus 2 or F add 9. Chef's choice. I'm gonna go with sus 2 for now. Oops. F sus 2 over C. So what do we have so far? G, C. F sus 2 over C, which is actually C sus 4, depending on where it goes next. Or I could do F add 9 over C. That might be, now that it's over this C. Let's see. Let's see. Actually, that ain't bad. We got this thing. Oh, I forgot what I was doing. There we go. Actually, that's great. What did that do? Keeping that G at the top works really well. And then we're going back to C. So we can keep that G at the top all day if we want. Double strong, double sweet. The mayor again. Oh, the mayor's got a problem here. But it's a backseat driver. It's another internal problem. That means C, E, and G are our notes, and C is the root, so we're throwing that out. E or G. That's C. That's C and D. That's F. That's B. Ooh, that's E. No, it's A. I was an F in my brain. Doesn't work. B again. B again. Da, 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 da. Is that G? That is. Sweet. Oh, how funny. C over G. An interesting little, it's doing a lot to lead my voice leading. And then the Ninja Queen shows up, but it's too late, there's no room. Just kidding, I love the Ninja Queen. But she kind of plays the villain sometimes in these stories. Sometimes the villain should win. Not these days. Let's see what it sounds like. Thank you so much for being here. Here we go. Something's happening here that makes me want to change the timing of some of these chords. What's happening is, if I give them all equal time, this chord, which traditionally would sort of resolve, and then lead us back to here. If I give them all equal time, that one hangs out a little longer, and it sort of tonicizes G. And maybe I should keep it. Let me try that again. So we got, what, G? Turn this up a little. Actually, it's kind of nice. Let's do it fast. Maybe this is cheating a little. This is doing it sort of the traditional way. Going fast through that, and we're back to here, and then these chords get all our attention. One more time with them slow. You know, I'm starting to think it works better slow. Just my bias making me want to do it faster. But no matter, even if I do it slow, it does kind of almost tonicize this, but I think it feels like a 1-6-4 leading to our 5 and then back to our one. So no matter what, this feels like the start to me. To me. Let's record it. Oops. And we'll try to start it subtle. Feels like it's trying to tell me something. Here's something I'm used to hearing in a different way. Can this sound like the beginning? That. Let's write this out. We start with the conductor, The conductor drives the train. This is why I say the conductor signals the working class. The 5 chord drives the train. The train's the dominant chord. That's where we were going with this. And even though the conductor doesn't have the train, it kind of makes this sweeter. And that's our 5. And we are in the key of C today, but I might analyze it in the key of G just to make things interesting as well. And we're going right home to 1 in this sweet little almost perfect cadence. And by 1, I mean C. And then we're going to F. Add 9. It's just a fad over C. And that's our 4, 6, 4. Figured bass. And then we go back to the Mayer. But it's C over G this time, which is our 1, 6, 4. I like pointing those out because there's so much unresolved. But when we come together on a day like today, we can look at those hanging swords of Damocles and see how pretty the hilt is. You know? Maybe we can reach out and grab it. Maybe life is bigger even than these worst moments. What would this be in the key of G? Well, the reason we're not in the key of G is because of this F chord. This would be non-diatonic. It's not functioning in sort of a G way. But I want to look at it. It's still a 6/4. If we were in the key of G, the conductor is the Mayer. The Mayer is the angel, the 4 chord. See it there? That little 4? That's why. That's why. The angel is the flat 7 chord, and I don't have a flat 7 chord sitting around to show you, or do I? The flat 7 is the subtonic, the only non-diatonic chord in our deck. And I'm gonna find me one, because I want you to see who it is. Because the flat 7 chord so often appears in rock music, and every time it does, it subverts the key. It makes you think you're in another key. Now, technically, this would make you think you're in the key of the angel of the conductor. God, this is getting complicated, but there it is. The flat 7 chord is the mason, the bricklayer, the secret agent, man. And that gives me a little hope when I think, hey, maybe this means there's something working underneath that we don't even know about. And all the hope we can take from what's happening up top is compounded by whatever's going on down here. And we see evidence of that all the time. Judges standing up, checks and balances working in small and big ways, but in so many unknown ways. And then we get the Mayer. Now the angel's backseat driver with that C under it, since this is a C chord, it puts it sort of under the control of the Mayer. And in the key of our conductor, it puts it under the control of the angel, which is kind of cool. And then the Mayer drew a G for its backseat driver, which is the root of the conductor chord. And so the truly strong leader is being guided by the working class. That's a sentence this makes me think about. Remember, we're not predicting the future. We're decompiling the moment. And this is a good cue for that. You need characters for stories. And these characters always give me some kind of story. Anyways, the mayor is the angel in the key of the conductor. We already said that, actually. And that's it. That's all I wanted to say about G major. This makes me feel hope. This makes me feel like the answer's not here, but it's coming. That's how I feel when I listen to this. Starting on the conductor, which I finally can hear this as the beginning. At first, I could only hear this as the beginning because of this cadence and because of my indoctrination by functional harmony. The same functional harmony that indoctrinates us all to different levels, but since I've studied it deeply, I've gone through the whole brainwashing process and maybe come out alive. About that, I do tell my students who are resistant to theory. A lot of people are resistant to theory because of what I just mentioned. It brainwashes you to hear things in those standard ways. It does do that. You have to learn to do that on purpose. And then you are accustomed to that, and then it's hard to not do that. But what's the advantage of not knowing anything about this forest of music? What's the advantage of spelunking for yourself through it all? Well, when you spelunk through it all yourself, you have to find your own way. And you might find things that the folks walking the functional harmony path aren't finding. That's the idea. And here's why it's wrong. Let's go back to that dark forest of all musical possibilities. Theory lights up the paths through that forest. And yeah, that makes you kind of want to stick to the paths. That's where the lights are. You always know where the paths are. Once you learn it, you can't unlearn it. You always know, oh, that's that, that's that, that's that. But if you don't light up the paths, and I see this happen all the time, you march through, you find your own way, you go through the dark night of the soul, and you discover your own path through that forest. And 9 times out of 10, it's a path someone's already walked, and you just don't know it. That's why I urge you to learn theory if you're into that stuff. You got to know where the path is, because then you can find your own path where you know there's not a path already. And the final secret is that the whole damn thing is lit up. There are some dark spots, but most people find them distasteful. And that's why they've dug deep under the forest with microtonality. But even that's not true. We've mapped most things that we can think of. Pathfinding blindly, delicious. Thanks, Equinox. We may have lit every inch of the forest, but no one has plucked every leaf. Not every leaf has been plucked. Whether you see what's going on or not, if you walk through it, you will find something that's for you. A little song spirit scampering around. And now I'm on a theory grind. And maybe that's meaningful. I kind of brought it up separate from the draw, but here we are. This does make me feel like discovering. it does make me feel like walking through that forest, but the sun's out. And there's too many leaves for me to pick one. And that's the advantage we have over the darkness that besets us at the moment. Our wonder is intact. Our faith in goodness is intact. Ever challenged, it urges us, perhaps, to say there is one leaf in this political forest that is not goodness somehow. Every living thing can rot. But that doesn't mean life is rotten. Gonna smash it a little. It's darker than ever in America, and we're still doing it. And that's good news, man. Every day I see people pushing back. And on this day, we drew not one minor chord. The angel has clairvoyance. All of the things that are out of the ordinary are due to connections. The angel connected to the mayor connected to the conductor. It's a great web. This world is so fucking beautiful. We owe it our wonder. Even the people on the darkest part of the path, you can still draw them out with it. They still want to see that beauty. Most of them are afraid. Some of them are hungry for blood, sure. But most of them are just afraid. Speak softly and carry a big lantern. It ain't a stick, but I'd rather be hit by a stick than a lantern. guys have the best day. If you're out in the streets, stay safe. I'd say cover your face, but I guess that's illegal now. We'll get him. We'll get him. No wonder left behind. No reason for despair. Even the many reasons for despair. The sun's out where I am. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow.